It's just so easy. Your combo takes so long to set up, it's almost impossible for you to avoid doing no damage thanks to the save of the Oracle.
TA's good too. I'd be okay with any of those.
This was a first phase Invoker. He's supposed to be, you know, having a hard game. This looks like a pretty good game. I don't see any heroes that are really going to be ganking mid. The Phoenix is the only one that has the pressure there.
Yeah, very hard for sort of the tree to get in position to do anything at the early levels with the tower up. And Modern Lane again, DY talking about the tree. He will fall as VP get first, but they do lose Roger for it. But keeping the agi pretty high, keeping his health pretty low. He's confident that DY and Paparazzi, as you say, that they're not going to be able to kill this Morphling down.
And it's very important that this happens too, because if we look at a Terrorblade as well as a Dragonite, I mean, you get 6 on a DK. Oh,
they're in again. You see Ramsey's going in underneath the tower. The Sunstrike's going to be off the point. It's not even needed. As this is the aggression we're talking about. Ramsey's so confident with the way that he dives underneath the tower, sees the exact opportunity when they can go for the kill. This is just some absolute sort of perfect play from this Morphling. He has the perfect amount of confidence. He knows all of his limits, and he knows what he can get away with. It's top lane Pasha. He's getting chased. Reaper Scythe comes in, but Solo starting to see some of those cute plays. The Sunstrike. VG Gaming, you're playing against Virtus Pro. You've got to step it up that little bit as VP with those outplays.
This is what you need to be doing with Ori. I think in a game like this is a Morphling and an Invoker. You definitely want to try and push the tempo a little bit because you have a TB, and although this hero also likes to farm, he can join pushes pretty easily.
Again, this burst, bringing down the Necrophos very low, but I'm a Necrophos. Ghost Shroud and a wand, and he's back up to full.
Solo looked like he was a little low on mana there. Didn't have the opportunity to finish it, and there we go. He made a mistake.
And talk about making mistakes. That certainly was one. Lets himself get nuked down by Ori's brief fire. As that is going to be a big kill for VG Gaming, opening up the potential to really push in. Sure, the Dragon Form's ended. Paparazzi's got the meta though, and they've taken that tier 1 mid. They're looking to take the 1 bottom. We see straight away the TP coming in from VP as they'll leap forward, trying to start something off. More TP's coming through as well. No one's come in, but Roger's being focused down, pushed back. The Metamorphosis damage is enough. They'll take down Roger. They'll lose the Treant for it. Thunder comes through from Paparazzi, trading life, keeping himself in a better position comparatively to no one. Stun as well.
From here, Ori, question for him will be, where do I go? Where do I want to ult? What tower do I want to take down? Do we want to finish bottom? Do we want to kind of take some attention away from that lane and try and help out a Terrorblade? Because Virtus Pro, they are very happy to keep punishing him under this tower.
Down bottom, they want to look to punish Paparazzi. In comes the nukes, the Sunstrike as well as the waveform forward. Not quite enough. The regen actually helping out Paparazzi a little bit, but it won't keep him safe as the burst comes in. They'll lose Solo for this one. Yang trying to find Ramses in return. They'll start to push him back. Ramsey's beginning to shift into strength. No one elsewhere actually finding the kill onto DY. Roger's there with the backup to throw out the avalanche, keep them held back from Ramses. They're diving forward though. They really want to find this, but Stampy's there from Pasha. They keep the distance, get themselves away from Ori, who came into the lane with the Elder Dragon Form.
I don't get the brown boots here on DY though, so a little bit difficult to make the best use of his nature's guys. No tranquils, no wind laces.
We'll see who spots out who first is DY. Hugging the tower, only Ramsey showing out of the push effort from VP. As they'll pop the Lincolns straight away, moving in, there's the save though. Well, the Purifying Flames, Reaper Scythe's not going to do anything at all as Ramsey's waveform's up. Oh, he does get held in place though. As Solo, he's going to die, and so that's going to cost Ramsey his life as well. They lose both of them, Trent.
Okay, it was close there, a little miscommunication with the ULs and the Overgrowth at the same time, but it's fine in the end. Unless that's going to be there for the defense. So Virtus Pro just bringing the numbers this time, easily claiming it. And these Radiant heroes are playing very deep in dire territory. And Solo not expecting it.
They will catch Solo out. Reaper Scythe down with a brief fire. He's underneath the threshold.
Oh, they're getting wrapped around on though.
See if Pasha can find any revenge. Yang's hard to jump on, and indeed Yang's got eyes on him. Sends him up into the sky. Another stun from Ori holds him down. Roger's there though. Yang feeling very confident with his tankiness with that hood. In comes Papa with the Metamorphosis and the reflection, slowing them down. A quick tornado for no one, holds the team back though. They'll jump over it. Ori still having the lockdown onto Pasha. They burn him down with a brief fire. They get a second, taking both Solo and Pasha out of the play. You just cannot afford to be near this lineup.
Going largely impeded or unimpeded here, but they're going to scan, see if there's anyone actually playing next to Ramses here. Maybe thinking about setting something up onto him.
It's mid lane Ori. He's trying to sort of bait the action. He does have backup behind him. There's some rays coming out to heal him up, but it's not enough. They're able to burst Ori, but in return, the Overgrowth, they dive forward with the Supernova. VP, they have to get out. They'll start to back up and retreat, but VP, they'll absolutely take that one. Getting the jump, you've got to go.
Everything's down, but look at that scan right now from VG Gaming. They know they're in the area.
They know they have to play safe. VG Gaming are not letting up, not sort of allowing themselves this sort of window to be exposed and abused by VP. They're playing safe. Yang is up there on the top, but the self-fuel's able to dodge a lot of the damage from the Meteor, still has the Ghost Shroud. We're taken off by the Tornado as Yang will fall. Though you lose Yang. VG Gaming, do they want to try and strike back? That's the question. Ori, he's gone in on the river. Will walk away as still without those ultimates. Not wanting to fight a toss forward. Pasha trying to close the gap, but Ori gets the blink away. They get Yang, it's a big kill.
Yeah, I love that fight, oddly set up by this Observer Sentry combo. Just got denied there by the Ancients, but there's some destroyed trees that were giving it too much vision.
Pasha nearly get taken down. They sort of bait in with the Centaur. Fade has to pop. The Supernova,
They know they
Ori
have to fight.
jumps in, he's trying to finish up Pasha, but Pasha's got solo on the high ground. False Promise will be there, Pasha's going to be fine, and now they can turn. Jump forward, BKB out from Ori just before the Hoostomp comes into play. They're trying to burst down Pasha with the Sunray, but he's too tanky with the backup. The resistance from Solo that Solo's offering. VP can keep on fighting, they zip forward, they burst DY. Ori and Paparazzi just backing away, jumping again. Pasha, Hoostomp, double edge, Sunstrike does the job. They'll lose Rogers or a Reaper side, but Paparazzi has to BKB, has to back off no one. With the control, Ice Wall's down, slowing Yang. Buyback's actually going to come out from the Ori, but no one. BKB's TP's out in the middle of it. He says, we are getting out of here. We made the buyback on the Dragon Knight. Sure, they lose Solo, but forcing a buyback out of Ori at this stage of the game, that's a nice win for VP. As you said, this would be fighting into meta. Still no Supernova, Dragon Form, or Reaper Cypher or Overgrowth though. There's no one. Starts to try and push them out of the pit. EMP, Roshan very low. Pasha's going to try and get in out, but DY, he's got his eyes on Pasha. Can make sure that he can't get the blink off, so VG Gaming get the space to take Roshan, get the Aegis. Now they want to fight. Ori pops the BKB, getting himself on top of no one. The Stampede comes out from Pasha. That will separate the Invoker. Get no one out of there. Waveform from Ramses keeps him driven towards the middle lane. Fade trying to chase with the dive through, but they're just a little too speedy as Ramses will be fine. Jump back in from Roger with the combo. Isn't enough to burst down Yang. The Supernova comes out. False Promise from Solo. Keeps Roger alive. Pasha, he's trying to get back in on the fight. They've managed to take the Aegis away from them already, but they're back for round two. Yang straight back in. Toss up onto Fade. Fade still able to get the Sunray through as Yang moving in, picks up the double kill. A buyback coming out from Pasha, but Ramses burnt down by the Breathe Fire. VG Gaming utilizing this Aegis push, baiting a fight out of VP as they tried to fight. The boys on Pain out back, preparing for their series that will of course be up after this one. Taking in this Dota 2 action between these two incredible teams, VP and VG Gaming.
Ori doesn't have the Dragon Form this time, but he'll still get there in time with the Halberd to pop the Lincolns.
Still the backup of Solo. More chase down is there. Yang trying to close the gap in on him, but a Waveform out will save him. Solo's not going to be quite as lucky. Yul Scepter's there to cancel the TP as Solo gets scythed out of the game.
These heroes have 3,000 HP right now. I mean, where Roger's standing right now tells you a lot about this game. He's waiting for another wave. Or potentially a courier, but that is parked at home.
They need some sort of perfect combos to come out from no one. Pasha mid lane just jumped and shredded. That's a Centaur dying very, very quickly, scarily so for VP.
I mean, that's a skill that they need on their side, right? They need this Sunray, this percent base.
Absolutely.
And they're lacking it.
They are indeed, as VG Gaming up for the push once more. Mid lane, they're breaking away another tier 3 tower from VP. Wave cut in the middle. We'll slow things down maybe a little bit. They do still have the 2 siege creeps alive in the middle of VG Gaming. Paparazzi ready to commit with the Metamorphosis. Focusing down this melee racks with Ori on the Dragon Form 2. VP, can they really hold them off? There's the disarm for now from the Oracle, from the Deafening Blast as well from no one, but there's the jump. They're committing. Paparazzi's going pretty deep. He's got the BKB though. He's fine. Quick Thunder as well. Stampede comes out, so VP keep the distance. Now maybe they could look to jump back in. They'll move forward as Ramses with the stolen reflection beats down on Paparazzi. They've got the stun onto them, but the Supernova from Fade is successful. They couldn't kill off the egg in time. Jump forward from Ori. BKB as he looks towards no one with the False Promise. Solo keeps no one safe. Ramses comes towards the side, waveforming away from this Sunray. A Tornado, no one. Cataclysm 2. Is it going to connect? It does onto the DK. Ori's pretty low. Can they finish off this Dragon Knight? The burst from Ramses. It's not enough. Ori survives. There's going to be Solo dead, Roger dead. Both no buybacks. Rax. No one now has to retreat as Ori, he's not done yet. Jumps in, Dragon Tail onto Pasha as Pasha's gone as well.
Paparazzi loses his life, getting maybe a bit too aggressive there. Didn't temper himself, but
can start to try and reclaim some of his vision
though,
control.
he is still terribly down in that bottom lane too. So he's going to stop the illusions, he's going to clear some camps. He's trying to put this pressure down here to try and force them down.
He is, and it is getting a response. Fade's going to start TPing away from the pit, but at the same time, Ori jumps in, gets the stun immediately. Paparazzi's in as well with the BKB. The meta just rips apart no one, as the Invoker will get taken out. Roger as well has gone double kill for Paparazzi around the pit. VP, they've got to get away as Vici Gaming, they'll resume their push here. The attempt on Roshan, the push down bottom was put to a stop as Ramses got out of there as soon as Fade showed up.
And such persistent D-warding there from DY. All those sentries around the pit, that meant there was no vision over that DD rune too. And so they try and start a fight because the Phoenix left, and they just get destroyed by DDTV.
Ramses has got the Skadi, but a buyback's come out from no one. He's going to look for the perfect angle, does get the tornado onto the three of them, but the BKB's out from Ori. Pasha tries to jump forward, but a Yule's dodge from Yang keeps him safe from the Blink who stomp initiation. The BKB wears out on Ori, but the Rax, they're just being focused by Yang. The range Rax has gone, the Meadow is falling low. DY is found in the tree line as Ramses gets one. Paparazzi tries to lead forward with the Sunder. Paparazzi's back up to full. The save from Solo keeps Pasha alive for now with the false promise. The three-man dump out. Ramses with the BKB and the Metamorphosis that he took away from the Terrorblade, tried to punch back desperately, but it's not enough. He has to retreat, get himself back to base. Solo will fall. Jump fall from Ori. The cold snap, tornado. Sorry, they're trying to do everything to get Ramses back safe, and they will get him back to the fountain. Without that play from Noah, Ramses would have been dead for sure, as he doesn't have the capability of buying back Ramses. So that little play may be giving VP another chance, but they're without Solo.
It's so slim though.
As Vici Gaming goes straight towards the top. They're looking for that another set of Rags. Roger jumps in, he'll get the toss back. Buyback is now back up for Solo, so he's in, ready to commit for the fight. Roger, focused down with the Sunray. Ori jumps in, stun onto Ramsey, but no one. Tornado, Cataclysm, Meatball isn't enough to do it. It's brought Ori down pretty low, he's down to half health. Wait for Ramsey's trying to finish the kill, but Ori's BKB is back up. Ramsey's into the Terrorblade, reflections out, but still they're struggling in damage. The toss, Yang, he's in the fountain. They've called the Necrophos. He has the Ghost Shroud for now. He's trying to get himself out of the fountain. He gets the blink off. He's out. He's out of the fountain. Back towards the racks as Vici Gaming.
Meanwhile,
the top racks.
All the space was made, even if it means hopping into the fountain for a little bit because team is cleaned up.
GG is cold. Vici Gaming looking absolutely terrifying in this game one. The way that you know, VP, it felt like they really did bring their 100% to this game, but it just wasn't enough.
Not like we haven't seen the Pugner before. They have played it a couple of times already. Here at ESL 1 Hamburg, but is this the right game for it, Cap?
I mean, it's still good versus the Terrorblade. It's good versus the Axe as well.
And this lane is just being dominated right now by VP. Just a couple quick maneuvers there, trading regen so favorably, especially when it all started so bad for them too, when they were down like a quarter HP each on these VG heroes just to scout.
Bottom lane. Battle Hunger onto DY, dive forward as well. They've got the damage over time, ticking him down as DY would try and turn, but can't do anything in return to that. And Pasha comes in, a swipe of the axe, brings down the Bane and secures VP first blood down bottom. I'll just get dove a little bit, or we'll find a haste rune, and that's going to refuel his bottle. That really could put the chance for him to get straight back in, and indeed he does. He has the combo back online with the haste, the bottle charges he's in, tosses him back, gets him into a better position underneath the tower. Just needs a few punches. We'll see if he has enough. He's going to have to toss back up in a few seconds. Still time on the haste rune. If he wants to dive in for this, he will do so. Go in with the toss as that haste rune securing Ori the kill in this 1v1. Sure, those are going to be the kills there, but you can imagine overall the fact that no one's just able to farm that little bit more.
He's gotten quite a few kills though at this point. Yeah, look, almost like a 1K net worth advantage just because of how much Ori is roaming and of course putting some threat on the other lanes too. But once again, it's DY possibly going down for a third time here if they can catch him.
Paparazzi's going to come over and try and help. Roger has already used the dive, quick brain sap and a spirit lance allows Paparazzi to close the gap. He's trying his best to take down Roger and will do so. The fire spirit attack speed reduction not enough to stop him from getting that kill. 1-for-1 at the moment. Let's really switch up the pace, start banding together and pushing down towers.
Bottom. They try and do a toss play, I'm guessing, but they don't have the vision there to Potch as he goes through the tree line. And I think Ori needs to make the rotation top because they need to try and force this TP out of lane.
A Solo is being gone on again. He's got the shallow grave. He just needs to get himself far enough away from the Pugner, and he will be able to do so as no one zips forward. Yang's got the Decrepify, buying some time for him, but no one bottles up, zips up to the high ground. They'll take down Yang. A Solo
He's just going in.
He is. They've got Solo and no one, and Ramsey's in on top of him. Cold Embrace.
Oh, they're doing the surround.
And the Shrine will help him a little bit, but the heal bomb set up perfectly will secure another. As this top, it really is an absolute disaster for VG Gaming.
God. He's 28 experience, and you're smoking up right now.
Oh man.
They're going to kill this camp.
Okay.
They're just doing that to get him 6.
And this is good. Getting sort of the 6 whilst he smoked, that could catch VP by surprise. They may not expect this. There's no one.
This is a good bait.
He'll go forward onto Paparazzi. Can they get the grip off? They can. DY straight in. There's the grip. There's the setup, and that's the kill.
Very nice.
Very, very calculated play from VG Gaming, as we saw there. Getting that 6 from the smoke, from the creeps, and coming out and surprising no one. He didn't expect the Fiend's Grid to be online.
No, exactly. But what's happening mid? TV's just pushing in. Pasha jumps.
Got the Supernova down as well. Ori trying to get himself away from this, but Pasha's blocking him off, keeping him ready. The Supernova. The Winter's Curse does come down as the illusions start beating into Ramses, and that will cause the end of Ramses' life. The Winter's Curse gets the kill. Can VP find anything else in return? Yang tries to go for the life drain, but has to back up immediately as the Spirits get sent out by Roger. Jump forward from Pasha, done. Gets himself the kill onto the Bane, or he goes round, turns around with the combo, but they're still chasing, forcing back this mid-tiny as Solo's got the sustain, healing up the Axe. The Decrepify Blast is going to be off the mark because Pasha's absolutely fine. And VP keeping this stronghold and lead that they've got so far in the game. As you can see, Pasha sitting at the top of the net worth. He played, both side lanes just seemed to go fantastic for VP. Short in the bottom lane, the farm was still there for the PL, but Pasha, as we keep mentioning, he did not get punished at all.
Yeah.
And now Yang, he's in trouble once again.
This is Yang's game in comparison to
just
Pasha.
Being chased around.
Yeah.
He's not got the levels, he's not got the items to deal with this. As he'll try and just make them waste as much time as possible. He goes for a TP, but Pasha, he has the call, holds him back. Another kill for Pasha, now dominating on the Axe. Toss forward, jump forward, Ori looking for the burst onto Solo, but Solo's fine. He's got the heal and the counter plays there for no one. Zipping across, Pasha TP's in. Will be held back by the Nightmare, but the Nightmare removed. Pasha, he'll have to blink up in a second. No, he won't. Curse holds him back. No one still trying to go in. He's going to get comboed up, but Ramses comes in with a wraparound. Fade tries to keep himself alive with the Cold Embrace, but the Remnant damages enough. No one gets the double kill. As they've lost 2, they're going to lose DY as well as no one. Zips forward, trying to get that after passage onto him. DY wrapped around. There's the dome. They'll finish off a 3rd. As VP, they weren't happy with game 1, of course, and they are striking back in absolute style.
Smelled of desperation there from VG Gaming, just diving a bit too deep, trying to get a kill with their tiny, and they lose 3 and the courier.
There. I don't know, can he do this? Ooh! I mean, he's going to die for it, surely. As Solo's there, Battle Hunger as well. From past the Cold Embrace. Pasha's still full health. He wants to go in and finish off this kill. Paparazzi gets a doppelganger. Paparazzi will survive. And now with the TPs in, they can punish Pasha for the greed. 4 heroes beating down onto the Axe. They can put an end to Pasha's reign, get themselves that big amount of gold. You see Paparazzi, he started to charge in, but then he's like, I've got to be careful of the spin and a dunk. But they keep the distance, or he makes the counter play to get a double kill for the Tiny. As VP smoked up the low ground.
Radiant can smoke up as well.
Who's going to get the surprise jump on who?
You got to imagine that there's a pretty big edge. Oh, VertusPro, they don't have no one yet, though. He isn't joined.
Ori jumps in, but Pasha's there with the counter, gets the 2-man call. The Sunder as well, bringing Ori straight down with the dunk combination. The Supernova successful as well as they clean up 2. No one zips straight towards the 3rd target, and with the Vortex holds back the Winter Wyvern. As VP, they're not done yet. They're trying to see if they can chase down Yang. No one. He has used the majority of his mana, so Yang looks like he will be able to walk away, but again,
in fact, the fact that it's like an average time is lower for VertusPro basically means that they're controlling the enemy one and then go back for their own, rather than camping on it.
No one sees an opportunity, sees the target. It's to Yang. Yang gets the Decrepify out, saving him from some of the overload procs, but there's the Fiend's Grid. DY trying to go with the counter play with the Supernova down in the midst of it all. Can they focus down the egg in time? They're trying to kill the egg, but they've got it. They'll get the egg taken down. The Winter's Curse holds back Ramses for now, but they've already lost 2 heroes on VG Gaming and more now as Pasha gets the call. The Dog takes the Wyvern out. It's VP again, just ruling these team fights. And that was the Winter's Curse, one of the big things that we mentioned. Allowing DY to back off. And VG Gaming, they do have the full 5-man upper as well, so VP will respect that. We back off a little bit, but Ramses, of course, Manta style and BKB complete. He's
And
pretty
Ward's
unkillable.
place, they want to keep going.
He knows, and he charges in. Supernova's down. They get themselves on top of the Wyvern. Wyvern does have a Winter's Curse available, but he's already dead. Doesn't get the chance to get it out as they instantly lose both of their supports. No one still with a bit of mana left to chase down Yang. He's looking for the body block, setting up for Ramses and Pasha to come in. Yang tries for a blast, or he comes in with the avalanche, but it doesn't do anything at all as they surround Yang. Don't for Pasha, finishing off the kill. Paparazzi is trying to help out, but he's out of mana. They've slowed him down. They'll chase down the PL. Paparazzi, can he get out of this? He's got a doppelganger. Ramses, Pasha, he's in. Triple kill from the Yanks. Pasha.
There is a tier 2, in case you guys are wondering. It's still there.
Already trying to find Ramses. Does get the Terror Blade. So they get something for VP diving as deep as they were. Can VP get the rest of them out? Oh, they got the Winter's Curse.
There's not enough damage though without the TV, the one hero.
No one's going to be fine. Can Ori, Fade, and DY actually find anything here from VP? I don't think they can, and if anything, they've got to be careful. Pasha can wait out the Arctic Burn.
This Winter Wyvern could theoretically have a chance to turn around the game, but Ramsey's constantly checking his minimap just in case anyone pops up there, but they're not going to be here in time.
There we go, Roshan for VP.
Oh, and they want
Ages
blood.
for no one, and no one straight in the sentry. Just give them the vision of Ori. There's a nightmare to mess up the combo. Jumping from Pasha. Gets the two-man call. The Supernova out as well for the sidelines as the Winter Wyvern's gone. Ori's surrounded as Pasha. No one just playing around with this tiny. Sets up for the dunk from Pasha to claim a third from this fight. There'll be a buyback from the Wyvern. He does have the curse available, but he can't get in. Ramses has got the BKB. Fade just had to get back out of there, up to the high ground, as no one. They protect that Aegis. The illusions are still beating him down, but he does fall. They've lost the Aegis
Force
at
the
least.
curse inside the base.
Ramses is pretty deep. There'll be a buyback from Yang. Quick Sunder gets him back up to full and forces Paparazzi to doppelganger away. They've at least taken away the Aegis, but it doesn't matter, no one. Even without that Aegis, he's ready to play aggressive as ever. We find you know
They really wanted to use that DD.
Sending a message.
The message has been sent and certainly received by Yang this match, I think.
And Mets is back up. Ramsey straight up to the high ground. What are you going to do if you're Vici Gaming? They have to do something.
He's banging on the door, but no one's
Pasha.
answering.
He jumps forward. Nightmare will buy some time here for Yang, but there's the immediate zip in. They do have the Winter's
Good
Curse,
curse.
holding no one down as no one's getting beaten by Ramses. That's going to cause no one's death. He's dead for 10 seconds, of course. Does have those Bloodstone charges, so we'll be back pretty shortly.
Oh, I thought maybe he'd try and go back towards the Lincolns at that point because he was still holding all the gold when he died, but he's saying, you know what, that's fine. I will just Orchid onto the Wyvern and life will be good. But this is a Blink Aether Wyvern. Fade has a surprising amount of fire, but that's one reason why DY is so poor, so he's going to have the items get him.
It's got a haste rune. There is the Supernova available. Roger's able to dive away. Keeps himself safe, and now no one zips straight in. Looking towards Fade. Fade's got the cold embrace, but no one just gets himself on top. Lays down a few remnants to find the kill.
And Ori's just forced to run away there.
Paparazzi. He's been found here. The Shrine here, that's not going to be enough. As Pasha's got the control with the call, they've just lost their PL.
And their Pugna. They both just died up top.
That is 3 heroes dead for a full minute. They're so far ahead that they can still punch through these racks without any sort of worry of Ori and DY being able to do anything against this type of siege at this point. As that will be the mid-melee racks claimed. The range racks as well do not stand much of a chance at all. It's just a question of VP think they can find more, and they do. Ramses heads straight towards the top lane.
You really want to.
The Siege Creep's pushing in. Zip forward as no one ready to find a pick. Gets himself on top of the Bane. Berserker's call from Passion locks him down that little bit extra to set up for the kill. A buyback comes out straight away from DY, and they are about to have the full 5-man back up. But Ramses, he wants to find that second melee rack, take it away, and he's going to be able to do so. As they take more, that is the Winter's Curse already used as well, and it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, that's
they needed that to do something, and it didn't. And now no one. He's ready to go straight in. Starts to zip and silence onto the Wyvern. They get the pullback onto the Bane. That's a dieback from DY. As VP claim 2 sets of racks and continue to absolutely rip apart Vici Gaming's lineup. 5-man smokes up. Vici Gaming looking to make this sort of last-ditch attempt, this desperation play work.
The hero to do it is going to be Ori. He's the one with the gem. He's the one with the damage. Oh, but they're still ready for it.
They really are. Ramses just walks in from the high ground. The calls there from Pasha, catching out both the Bane and the Wyvern. Double duck from Pasha, takes them both down. Yang, he's out of luck as well as they surround him. The Supernova stun kicks in. As GG's called, that was it. That was it from Vici Gaming. They had one last shot, and it was not going to work. As VP, this game too, looking to be back on form and bringing this series to a game 3.
He's good at it. I don't mind it. It's just against the Knicks too. I feel like this might backfire on VP. I think they may have strayed just a little too greedy, but.
And doesn't have to worry too much about being bursted down in this lane.
There's also no strength heroes though, so it's not like the best lane overall for the Undying. However, there's no real burst threat onto the Morphling either, so Ramses can once again play very aggressively. There's no super heavy nukes. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Speaking of super heavy nukes, the other way there are when you have 20 decay stacks. All right, DY is
not being thrown off their game too much by each side's dual lane. On the offensive and mid lane, 16-9 against 8-1. Ori he's absolutely owning this mid lane matchup, as we have seen no one as the Invoker against Lina sometimes where he does okay. I mean, Ori is really that.
You can't let that happen.
Because we've seen no one, he can go equal and go even in a lane between himself and Alina. Bottom lane again, DY is going to suffer. Yeah, the pain and abuse from Ramses and Solo.
He's losing a little bit each time though. It is a bit costly. It's not exactly the most ideal thing like it used to be, since all the nerfs can't do it to the neutral, so you have to throw yourself at the tower. But all of the space he's making for Ramses is of course going to be well worth it.
Ori, but the rotation. The stun lock's there. No time for or chance for Ramses to begin shifting into strength. As he's hunting, but Ori already beginning to salve.
Yeah, Tornado still on CD.
Just too fast, even with the phase boots and the Wex, he can't quite chase it. Top lane Pasha is getting trapped in by both Fade and Paparazzi. Tries to burst down Fade, but the damage is there from Paparazzi. Paparazzi's Gyro, you know, as much as we're talking at the start that Ramses is having, this top lane really is going quite incredible for Vici Gaming, as they'll dive down, look for Solo. Solo tries to get a decay off, he can't. Double kill for Paparazzi in this top lane. At this Gyro and Io, if they could just find these rotations, keep the pressure on in this lane, there's not much that VP can do about it. Mid lane, rotation comes in again. Roger, he's been trying for this a few times. This time it's successful. They get the kill onto Ori. Bottom lane, zip forward from Ramses. The Ghost Shroud's out from Yang. A stun again from DY off the mark. Doesn't connect as Ramses still seeing if he can try and finish off that kill onto Yang.
And we'll have a little bit of damage maybe to help Pasha get some kills, get himself back into the game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Once again, using the smoke to close in on Fade and Paparazzi's aggression down bottom. VP, they're looking for the wraparound. Solo's leading the way. Smoke will dispel. Fade is going to get cold tap, Tornado, and EMP down in the midst of them. So Paparazzi has to keep his distance. Fade will tether across, but Fade's already gone. Turning the attention towards Paparazzi. The zombies beginning to build up. The ice wall slowing him down. Or he's TP'd in. Looking for the Yule's combos. The rival with the Laguna Blade. Can he do it? He can. He gets the kill, but he's been Winter's Curse as VP. They're ready to find more out of this one. They're bound to. They're going to get Ori as well. The Reaper side comes out onto no one, so they do get the Invoker in return. Solo and Ramsey still alive for now. As Yang, DY, can they really get anything more out of this? I don't think they can, and Yang's got to be careful. Ramses, he can turn and look for the burst if he wants to. The Ghost Shroud from Yang heals him back up to full.
Oh, the relocate. They're going to commit for the solo kill. Oh, cancelled.
And Solo should still die here anyway, unless he can juke this out. And
the ankles?
He's keeping the distance. The heart stopper is ticking him down. He's on 4 HP at the moment. The ball's flying through. Surely they're going to find him. Solo. He's still running. They'll find him. They will find him. Fade.
The collective awe from the crowd. You know, they love an underdog story, but I don't think you're getting out of that one.
And this just has to be the big worry for Vici Gaming that we're seeing at this stage in these fights. They have this Gyro Io that want to go, but it really feels like Ramsey's Morphling just does so much more.
Look at this vision they have in between the towers here too.
Paparazzi comes searching.
Very nice.
They will find Roger. Roger pops down the Winter's Curse, gets healed up by the Soul Rip, but it's not really much more that people can do to save him. They can still try and fight back though. If they go in with a Flesh Golem, Pasha jumps in. He's got the stun onto the Gyro. Ramses bursts down the Io to make sure there's no backup, no escape for Paparazzi. And they've lost two. Paparazzi and Io, they're both buying back for this one.
This is a dangerous play.
As Vici Gaming, they're putting a lot into this fight. They want to desperately find something in return. Ramses go for the GP on the high ground, but DY has got the stun. He holds Ramses back for now, and Ramses has no escape. Reaper side comes through, will
also
fall.
chase down. Paparazzi will grab the Invis rune just to make sure that he can't use it to escape, and he uses the Rock Barrage in the Fade time. Just gets to keep it for a little bit, but take the last hit there instead. DY, great play there actually.
VP know that he's coming through, and straight away, Pasha blinks away from any sort of potential catch from DY.
I love how involved Ramses is. Even though he's like not even completing his first big item, right? He's just sitting on a Perseverance and a Ring, but he plays these early game fights so well with the Morph. It's up, it's available. They want his right-click damage to take down this tower. No one's just dealing with them bottom.
He's just going in on Paparazzi. It doesn't matter that sort of fades there by the looks of it, as Paparazzi still falls incredibly low to the combo. They'll try and strike back as Yang, he's there to back them up. They get the cooldown onto Pasha.
Stampede in 5. I don't think he can find it.
He can't live that long, can he? He's got the hood. It gives him some sort of sustain, but with the Reaper Scythe damage, there's more than enough for Vici Gaming to get Pasha out of the match for a full minute. Top lane, Ori! Easy kill for the Lina as he just walks
434 HP
out of the jungle and gives him a whack with the Laguna Blade. Vici Gaming.
That dire sentry up there by DY, so close to rain observe. But here we go.
We can see it again.
Oh, he's eyeing the prize.
Oh, beautiful there, Ori.
Nice,
Give it a
nice.
clap.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, back in the main.
Oh,
No one.
it's going to be in a bit of trouble. He just managed to get the combo out onto the Jara now that are TPing in. Cooldown down onto the three of them, but they're out of range. Looks like they'll settle for the Wyvern. As Vici Gaming turn their attention towards Roger. Stampede's being used as VP are looking to try and come back in on this. The stun's there for DY. Laguna as well. They've found Solo 2 kills for Vici Gaming. Light Strike Array comes down onto the Morphling, but Ramses is already starting to build up the strength. Yang being surrounded. Ramses is into the Gyro form. Waveform's backing away. Pasha, he's being slowed down by the spirits. DY, beautiful stuff. Gets the two of them. And Vici Gaming, they get 4. A big team fight win for them there, really cementing this lead that they have at 20 minutes in. A 7k advantage for Vici Gaming now.
About to be level 15. The Agnes will be there in just a moment.
Pretty
and
much
just gets worse.
the same time that he has got the Maelstrom on the Gyro.
Well, top lane too.
Yeah. He's playing around with no one. No one goes for the TP out. They've got no way to cancel that TP in time.
Oh, the Yules was already used. That's true.
Bottom lane, Ramses. Zipping towards DY. Ori turns, goes for the stun. They do have to look for the TPs out. DY makes it away, but Roger's got the catch. So it was a hold down the Lina with the Winter's Curse. Sets up for the follow-up burst to come into play, as they will take down Ori.
That's essentially a punish for them missing that kill on the Invoker.
To pull off these plays, show us why the Morphling can be that good against a Gyrocopter. But in all of these fights, he's just not been able to get in the position to do so. You know, DY, for sort of the tough time he had in the bottom lane, still the nature of the hero is proving very hard for VP to play against. There's constant vision, constant stuff. Again, they're all separated. Solo gets found out on his own. No one, he's got no one else by his side. As Vici Gaming, they're just picking up the kills, racking up the scoreboard.
You envision this Wyvern as someone who has to kind of wait for this Gyro +1, and they can respond to that, use the curse, and maybe the fight's just over. Maybe you kill the IO instantaneously, and it makes it a lot easier for you. Right, so there's always the third to relocate, though, so this time they're not going to go for it.
It's very hard for them to make those plays outside of the base when they don't have the full 5-man ready and don't have sort of the full info on the whereabouts of the entirety of each Gaming's team. Bottom lane, Paparazzi and Fade. Another tower taken.
Oh, Roger. Is he getting found out here? Wow.
He's found him. He's seen him. He's got him. And they've scythed him. At the same time, Ori. But the light strike to set up. Pasha has got the Stampede, but the Yules to counter. Holding him in place. Cooldown comes in. They hold down the Centaur. As again, Vici Gaming just constantly picking apart the members of VP's lineup. They're pushing the high ground. 27 minutes in. Vici Gaming not ready to stop. Ramses has the BKB. He has to do something incredible in these defenses now to have a chance. He'll get himself the Gyro form. He's able to turn. You've lost the Wyvern. Wyvern's got no buyback. Paparazzi is in with the BKB, but you're seeing the damage that comes out from Ramses. It's a crazy amount that he can commit with the BKB. The BKB is going to wear out soon.
Okay.
Does still buy the time to get the kill onto Fade. That will put a halt to the push. So we are starting to see a glimmer of what Ramses can do with this BKB as the Morphling.
It looks like without finding anyone immediately in the middle, they may have to even try and set up like a bait play at this point. They're farming near each other. Solo's just running back. He's probably just getting wards. Yeah, he's getting one ward. That's the whole reason he ran this far back, because they have no vision in these fights. Oh, he's going to get spotted by DY.
The smoke dispels. There's going to be straight away Yules onto Pasha. Make sure that Pasha can't go for the blink. Who's top? Light strikes down. They're focusing the center. Deafening blast onto 3. But at the same time, it's a deafening blast at the same time as the curse. The curse does nothing. It's not the perfect combo at all for VP. In fact, it's going to be any worse. As the Laguna, the side comes down. That's no one got for 95 seconds. As that fight, pretty much a summary for just the discoordination that we're seeing from VP this game. He doesn't have buyback. He's dead for a full minute. Vici Gaming, they're ready to try and force some actions. They're straight towards the middle lane. As again, pressure on Ramses.
Yeah.
He has to use this flak with the BKB.
Oh man,
But he's caught out. The light strike actually catches him. It'll be glimmered. There's going to be the buyback. It's now back and available for no one. They move forward. Ramsey to the bits. There's the flag. It's starting to beat back the side of Fiji. Is it enough? They haven't got enough damage. The sustain from Fate. It's going to keep Paparazzi fine. Ramses turns towards Yang instead. The cold snap and the meteor will kill him off. Sunstrike not enough for DY. DY still alive. No one's trying to chase.
Only a few points.
He's brought back for this. He wants more. He's angry. He wants action. Is he going to get it?
He's going to hop right on that Invoker. He has a heart, he has a hood, he's hopping right inside that base, he is scything that Invoker, and he'll just get saved out from there.
Sunstrike again, just trying to check out the Roche situation. Solo with the Glimmer Cape, but DY's prepared with the dust. Solo goes for the TP out, but the Reaper's Scythe's there to cancel it. Solo down for 95 seconds. How long are we seeing until Roche? Is pretty soon.
So you got that going for you. It's Virtus Pro, but each game just looking so solid this match once again.
Such a lead for them. 24,000 net worth advantage for Vici Gaming at the 36-minute mark. They've got the Aegis, they've got that cheese, and that will absolutely be enough to sort of outdo the damage from one sort of barrage of flak that flies out. So they're in, straight onto the racks. 20 seconds without the dying.
The stun.
They do. They have the disable. Can they take him down before he's able to get back to the Morph? But he gets to the BKB off. Changes back towards the Morphing and now starts to fire back with the flag. They've got the Winter's Curse down. The controls down to Paparazzi. Paparazzi gets the range racks. Pops the cooldown, still being healed up by Fade. As Ramses, he's got a couple of hits left with the flag, but he can't get in to use it.
That was the volley of skills. That was the curse. It didn't catch anyone. The Aegis is still there.
Tombstone is down. He tries to zip forward. Ramses, but the BKB's out on Paparazzi. He holds his ground, takes down the Tombstone, looks back towards the melee racks. As VP, they'll jump forward. Pasha trying to burst down Fade. Can they kill off that IO? They can. Adaptive strike from Ramses does the job. Yang's is straight away on top of Ramses. There's going to be a buyback coming through from the IO looking to get back in onto the fight. Yang's going to drop. Can they get more out of this? The buyback comes through. VP are being pushed back to the base. The space is there for Vici Gaming to take the melee racks with the pressure they apply. As VP, they've had to expend 2 buybacks, but they cannot defend the racks. They get the job done, Vici Gaming, and make this game look even harder for VP to come back into. We're seeing a lot of money at the moment being saved up by Ramses. I imagine, he's still going to get that man. You know, what would be really sick? If he gets the Rapier, goes for the flat play, but mid lane, they've got the catch onto the 2 of them. They've lost Undying, they've lost the Centaur. Pasha does not have buyback, and they're not even done Vici Gaming. They'll move over to Roger. Roger's dead. The stun's there. Onto Ramses. He's in the gyroform. He can't get out of it. He has got buyback, he'll have to use it. There's no one. He's being chased down. He's trying to run himself away from the 2 of them. DY is in with the stun, the light strike, triple kill for Paparazzi. And with 3 dead, is there any chance at all for VP in this game 3? I don't think so. It's Vici Gaming. They're pushing down the middle lane. They're up to the tier 4s. They can taste the victory. They got it. GG is called by no one. Vici Gaming will take the series 2-1. And what a back and forth series it has been in some of these games. This match, they all stepped it up. DY, he struggled in some of the other games. This time round on the Nyx Assassin, it was so hard for VP to play against. And I really feel that last pick, Invoker, as the balance, it could have been something greater. It could have been something better.